The motorcycle businesses are some of the best ways to make money in Grand Theft Auto Online and are very easy to use. You just need to understand how they work. So in this video, I'll be explaining everything you need to know. In this video, I will be explaining which ones to buy and why, the cost and money required to start, which locations to buy in, and how much money you will make with the businesses, being the most efficient as possible. How do you become an MC or a motorcycle club president? Well, you need to buy a motorcycle club from Bank Foreclosure website. It doesn't matter which one you decide to buy because you only need to go there to buy businesses. You can play darts and arm wrestle in the club, but spending another $200,000 or more isn't worth it. I would suggest buying the cheapest one by the Alamo C, which is only $200,000. You can also buy upgrades with the club, but they are just for aesthetic and not much practical use. The two that can actually be useful are the custom bike shop and the gun locker, and only buy these if you have money to spare. Once you buy and name your MC, you now have the ability to become an MC president. With this, you can invite your friends to join your club and assign them a specific player role. You can make someone a vice president and another a sergeant at arms. All this means is you're allowing certain players to have more power over the others, because you might have a random person in your MC and you don't want them to mess anything up. There are also MC Club contract missions, which require you to complete a mission for money by going to the meeting room in your club, going to the notes on the wall and pressing right on the D-pad. Some of these missions will require more than one person though, so if you decide to do it, make sure you have some extra friends. To buy a business, you have to go to the laptop in your club. You'll be on a page where you have 5 options of different types of businesses to choose from: document forgery, weed farm, cash counterfeit factory, meth lab, and cocaine lockup. When buying a business for your MC, never buy any that are at the top of the map, because traveling back and forth will take a very long time. I own 4 MC businesses and 3 of them are in the city. The ones in the city are a lot more expensive, so I would suggest buying all the businesses in the middle of the map. By doing this, all your businesses will be very close, and won't take as long when you're checking all of them. A quick note, you can always buy in a different location if later down the line you want to move them into the city, so don't feel pressured to buy in a specific area. You can also only have one of each business, so you can't have 2 cocaine lockups, for example. The 2 worst businesses are document forgery and the weed farm. These businesses are honestly just not worth your time, and you will have to play the game for around 45 real hours just to make your money back that you spent on them. The only way these businesses are anyway worth your time is if it's on a double cash and RP event week, but even then there are still better ones to use. The counterfeit cash and the meth business are very close in which one is better for many reasons. The cheapest counterfeit cash factory is $848,000 and the cheapest meth lab is $910,000. The counterfeit cash is the best MC business to link with the nightclub, but that means you have to own a nightclub for this to be useful, so you can always buy it later after you've bought a nightclub. Ultimately, the meth business only makes more money than the counterfeit cash if you have both the staff and equipment upgrade, which we will talk about more later in the video. The counterfeit cash makes $22,000 and the meth only makes $21,000 per hour, but with both upgrades, the counterfeit cash makes $48,000 whilst the meth lab makes $51,000 per hour. The upgrades for the business are more expensive than the actual building. For both the staff and equipment upgrades for the counterfeit cash, it is $1,150,000, and for the meth lab, it is $1,430,000, so quite a bit more for the meth lab. The meth lab makes $51,000 per hour, whilst the counterfeit cash makes $48,000 per hour, and this is with the staff and equipment upgrades. So if I had to choose between them, I would say buy the counterfeit cash factory before you buy the meth lab, because the meth lab is quite a bit more expensive, and especially if you're tight for money. Now for the last business, the cocaine lockup. The cocaine lockup is by far the best MC business. The cheapest one is by the Alamo C and is $975,000. Without the upgrades, it will make you $30,000 per hour. The upgrades will cost $1,300,000 and they will make you $74,000 per hour, which is insanely good. The order I would suggest buying them in if you want more than one is the cocaine lockup first, then the cash counterfeit, then the meth lab. Don't buy a second business without buying the upgrades before, because the upgrades are very important. Try and buy the staff and equipment upgrades as soon as you can, but as for the security upgrade, you can do without it. All the security upgrade does is minimize the possibility of you getting raided. So even with the upgrade, you can still be raided, unlike the bunker where if you have the upgrade, you can't get raided. A raid can start at any time as long as you're signed in as an MC president, so if you're going to go AFK, don't forget to leave your position as the president. And don't worry, your businesses will still make money even if you're not in the MC club, but you will have to be online. You will get a phone call from LJT that you cannot hang up, and he will tell you that something has happened and that you need to go get the stolen product. If you fail to do this, you will lose all your product, but don't worry because the missions aren't that difficult and just play them slow and cautiously. When you first enter the business, the game will give you some information on the business, and then you'll have to go to the open roads computer to start the setup mission. The mission is normally quite easy, and from this one mission it will fill your whole supply bar up. When you walk into the business, you will see two bars in the bottom right corner of the screen, a supply bar and a product bar. Basically, you need to have supplies so that your staff can convert it into product, and the product is what you sell. So as I said, when you do the first setup mission, it will fill the supply bar up, but after that you will either have to steal or buy supplies. I would always suggest buying supplies instead of stealing, because when you buy supplies, it fills the bar all the way up. It costs 15,000 per section to fill up. If you have more people when you steal, it will fill up more because each person in the club can fill up 1/5 of the bar. So if you had 4 people, it could fill up 4/5 of the bar in one steal mission. If the supply bar runs out, then the staff will stop working, so make sure you're checking up on the businesses relatively often. If you're in a master control terminal, then you can also use this to see the stock levels, and you can also buy supplies. Also, if you go to your clubhouse, then go to your businesses, then you can see the supply bars from there. The main reason you should buy instead of steal is because the MC businesses are mostly passive businesses, meaning they work in the background, so you can be doing other things like making money with other businesses. If you really want to start making a lot of money in GTA Online, you will need to start combining a variety of businesses. Personally, I have combined the vehicle cargo business, which I have made a guide for on my channel by the way if you want to go check it out, the bunker, the nightclub, the meth lab, and of course the cocaine lockup. And if there's some time in between, I will do a headhunter or a terabyte mission. If I really try to grind, I can make a lot of money in a short period of time. Let me know if you would like to see a video on how I combine my businesses by leaving a like and commenting combine in the comments. When you sell your product, always sell it to the one that gives you the most money. If your business is in Los Santos, then you will be selling to Blaine County, and vice versa. You have 30 minutes to sell the product, and if you're selling by yourself, then you should aim to get 1 or maybe 2 vehicles. The way you know how many vehicles you're going to get is for every quarter of the product bar being full, or it will spawn 1 vehicle. So if the bar was full, then you would get 4 vehicles. Ideally, you should aim for 4 people when selling a full business, but you only really need 2. If you find yourself with 3 or 4 vehicles, and it's just you, then you can also find a new session by going to the menu, online, and go to the bottom where it says find a new session. If any product gets destroyed, it will not count towards the money you make when the mission is over. So if you sell 5 out of 10 packages, then you will get half the amount of money you would have had. If you sell in a session with other people, then you'll get a bonus for each additional player in the session. But it is risky because the game notifies everyone in the lobby to go destroy your product. I normally get into a solo public session to be safe. If you are not sure what a solo public session is or how to get into one, there are many videos explaining how. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below or at one of the socials linked in the description, and I'll make sure to answer it as soon as I can. With that being said, if you enjoyed or found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe as it helps the channel grow and allows me to carry on making videos for you guys. Thank you for watching and catch you in the next one.